Undirected team. How is it going, y'all? I gotta clap it up for y'all because y'all are amazing. And we're about to get into this story as far as The Rock, just because, it's looking like he got the U.S. Army. He robbed the U.S. Army for millions of dollars. Millions. Whenever you say the word millions, it got to be a little sinister. When you get to M's, it's a little bit different. When you get to the M's, it's just a little bit different. Let's do this. Like, share, comment, subscribe. We're only as good as the person on the left, the person on the right. As this platform gets better, we get better collectively. So I do have links down below in the description, as well as you can see it on the page. If you be so kind as to donate to our team, we will get better together. Unlike the Army doesn't seem to be getting better together. It seems like the Army is very divisive within itself, and people don't want to join the Army like they used to back in the days. The Army has a lot of issues, and we'll go over through some of those issues as we go through this story. The main part of this story, though, is to talk about how the Rock allegedly scammed them out of M's as far as not keeping up his side of the deal that they expected when they signed a contract with him to help enlist new enlistees into the Army. So what we're going to do real quick is we're going to look into Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, and we'll just go over him real quick. I'm pretty sure most of you know who he is, but if you don't, we'll just do a quick refresher too, as far as the people that may have forgot what he has accomplished through his tenured career. Now, The Rock actually started out as a wrestler to become famous. And through that, he was able to leverage that into a lot of different things to make himself even more globally known and successful when he got into acting, which he does quite well, I must say. And the numbers don't lie. The numbers do not lie. So we're actually going to go down here and just look at what happened. Well, in 2001, he did his first role in The Mommy Returns. And he was able to parlay that into The Scorpion King, The Game Plan, Race to Witch Mountain, multiple Jumanjis, Skyscraper, San Andreas, Rampage, Baywatch, the remake or the movie of it. Baywatch was back in the 90s when it was a popular TV sitcom. And then they ended up making a movie around 2017. I never watched it, but I did see the trailer for it. And I don't think that's something I'll ever watch. But he really did a good job when he got into the Fast and Furious. And that really, really set his stardom skyrocketing, because the Fast and Furious is a very, very prominent movie series that has came out, and I think they're at 11 now or something like that as far as the Fast and Furious. And even got a spinoff as far as that with Jason Statham. So, but yeah, he's 52 years old, born May 2nd, 1972, Hayward, California. Went to the University of Miami, professional wrestler. Looks like he's married now. He got married about 5 years ago. But he was also married from 97 until 2008 when he got divorced. And it looks like he took about 10 years off, got married again, got a whole bunch of kids. So yeah, a little bit about him. And he is 6'5", 260. If you want to know how big he is, that's what they're saying here. So it's a little bit about The Rock. Now, let's go into what's going on with him in the Army. We are going to go to the New York Post for the story. We're going to go to the New York Post for the story. Let's scroll up. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's $11 million UFL deal with the Army did nothing to help recruitment struggles and even hindered efforts. Wow.
Judge my physical and mental, as well as my mental fitness.
We don't know what's going on here, but we're about to figure it out. This deal sank like a stone. Legendary pro wrestler Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's $11 million partnership with the U.S. Army was so disastrous that it appears to have actually hindered the recruitment efforts for the military branch, according to a report. Hindered. So he made it worse. They gave him $11 million and it actually was a net negative. Let's figure this out. The Army is now trying to recoup its money after claiming The Rock did not hold up his end of the deal by sharing an agreed upon number of social media posts during the United Football League season. Military.com recorded. This is directly from military.com. The Army declared the relationship was a net negative. With the evaluation projecting that it led to a loss of 38 enlistments as resources tied up in the deal could have potentially been used elsewhere with a more advantageous recruitment outcome, according to an internal review of the plan obtained by the outlet. Now, you see this right here. This looks like one of the social media posts that The Rock made. And let's actually go into this real quick. Failed so misery and lost 38 potential recruits. You know, I don't really think that The Rock would be a person that I would necessarily want to follow into the Army. I'm not really sure what ties he has to the Army at all. The Army is real as far as you go out there and actually put your life on the line. Wrestling is fake as far as you're just an entertainer. And it really has no correlation. Now, as far as I know, we just went through The Rock's biography and looked at his life, and we seen nothing within his Wikipedia that had anything to do with the military or serving his country whatsoever. Nothing. So, as far as we know, and I'm pretty sure that we're accurate, The Rock himself has not been a part of the Army. So why you would bring somebody in to represent you and they have no ties to you whatsoever makes absolutely no sense. Now, maybe you'll say we're trying to bring in a new audience, but you know, you might want to bring in somebody that has maybe a little experience as far as being in the Army and has that audience that crossed over to them. And then maybe you can get that to tie into bringing them over to the Army. But I don't think the people that are watching The Rock necessarily care about the Army, because The Rock himself doesn't care about the Army. And we're going to figure out why as we go through a little more of what The Rock did. And you'll see him here with a couple of photo ops with the Army of why he doesn't care about the Army. Well, let's see. The military branch inked a contract with Johnson, a UFL co-owner. What the hell is the UFL? No, I'm serious. I haven't read this post yet. I don't know what the UFL is. Hold on real quick. I don't know what the UFL is. What, he's a co-owner of the UFL? Let's look it up real quick. Let's Google search it. The UFL, United Football League. Okay. Number of teams, 8. The United Football League is a professional American high-level minor league which started play in 2024. The league was created following the merger of the latest incarnations of the XFL and the United States Football League. I know what the XFL is. That actually, what was it, Jesse Ventura? Is it Arnold Schwarzenegger? I think it was Jesse Ventura started that. I'm not sure, but I remember the XFL because they all wear like the black, and then they have like weird names on the back and be like, "Who hate me?" The Punisher, the Crusher. Didn't have their actual last names on the back, and it was kind of like a spinoff. The Simpsons actually did a whole episode on the XFL, which was really funny. And that's kind of one of the ways I remember it too. Okay, so it's kind of a Mixture of the exit. Okay, I don't really even know what this is. Never heard of it. Never seen a game. Wow. Okay. Well, yeah. So you use a league that no one's ever heard of, and well, let's keep reading, y'all. Earlier this year, that would see prominent Army branding on player uniforms and during games. Okay. So he was supposed to put Army branding on the player's uniform. So you see the NBA and they got the patches right here, or maybe it's on this side, and it'll say wish.com. It'll say Rakuten. It'll say Disney. It'll say, I don't know, Budweiser, whatever the case is, right? So basically their uniforms will become advertisements. You actually see that. If you watch the WNBA, which not a lot of people watch it seems, but if you do, I do. I actually watch the WNBA, personally. But they have advertisements all over their uniforms. I mean, it's ridiculous. It kind of looks like NASCAR's actually a good one. NASCAR's a good one. They probably have the most advertisements on the uniform and vehicles that you'll ever see. So that's kind of, I guess, what they were trying to do. While Johnson acted as a de facto spokesperson for the Army on social media, de facto spokesperson, with 396 million followers on Instagram. Johnson's posts were valued by the Army at $1 million each. What? I've never been to The Rock's Instagram page. And I have to imagine that 396 million people are not looking at his Instagram page when he posts. I will probably say it's a lot. I mean, a fraction of that are looking at his $1 million for an Instagram post. So is the Army making money off of these recruits? Because they're saying this is a bad business deal and they're trying to recoup the money because they could have put it towards other resources. But the thing is, how much money does the Army make when they enlist a recruit? And this actually will go into a way deeper breakdown of all of this. And maybe we'll actually get into that if you want it, team. I will break down and see how much the Army makes each time they get a recruit, because they actually have to pay the recruits that they have, but there are also different ways that they recover the money from the recruits because they technically are working. So, you know, it's no different than hiring somebody to work at Amazon, right? Or wherever. So it's all kind of the same as far as that goes. Let's see. But as part of the agreement, the Star would share 5 posts elevating the military branch throughout the UFL's inaugural season from March through June. It's a short season. March, April, May, June. 4-month season? That's not that short. So their season just wrapped up, actually. And now they're getting back the numbers. And they're like, we didn't get a single recruit. Actually, we lost 38 recruits. See? Hey, you know, I'm gonna get to that at the end. I got something really, really good for the Army at the end of this video, so make sure you stick around. But Johnson allegedly failed to hold up his side of the deal, only sharing 2 Army-related posts since April. Hold on, y'all. Nope. We're about to go check this out. I don't believe it. I do not believe it. The Rock. Instagram. The Rock Instagram. We're about to look. I want to see. Am I logged in? I am logged in. I got some noties. Hold on. What do we got? What the hell is going on here? He's not representing the Army at all here. I don't see anything going on. Hold on. When was this post? 9 weeks ago, May 29th. So the season started in May. So we should have plenty of posts here already. Did he take him off? He's promoting himself. He does not promote America as a country one time. We've seen one. I haven't seen anything that has to do with the Army at all here. So you gave this man $11 million to leverage his 396 million followers, and we got the U.S. flag is here, U.S. flag is here, and that's it. I don't see anything that has to do with the Army. Wow. You gave him $11 million. All right. We just had to check it out. I didn't believe it, but I guess it's true. They said that he shared 2 Army-related posts. I didn't see one. Did he remove them after they put this post out? Let's see. One post showed him surrounded by Army generals hugging Jen Randy George, who reportedly pushed the partnership through despite internal concerns that it wouldn't amount to anything. Okay. In terms of The Rock, it's unfortunate he pulled away at the time when we expected him to be present to create with us to create content for his social media channels. Colonel Dave Butler, a spokesperson for George, told military.com in a statement, but we're working with the UFL to rebalance the contract. The Rock remains a good partner to the Army. Yeah, it seems like it. Not. The documents also pointed to inexperienced UFL staff causing numerous breakdowns in communication, leading to the Army to pick up a significant amount of additional work. Army marketing officials ultimately ruled that they have a lack of confidence that the future deals with the UFL can be successful and are now looking to recoup $6 million of the $11 million, according to the documents. A spokesperson for the Army's marketing team told military.com it is still hammering out with the XFL the final cost. And there's The Rock. The catastrophic partnership comes as the Army is in the midst of a historic recruiting crisis. In 2023, just last year, the Army drew roughly 50,000 recruits, far below the objective of around 65,000. So they were short 15,000. Wow. Okay. Well, they're trying to get back $6 million and cut ties with The Rock is basically what they're saying. I think they probably should, but The Rock is gonna want to keep that $6 million because that's going into keeping his league running that he is a co-owner of. And yeah, the Army, you made who? Did they say who was the? Did we get that? Who's the marketing team at the? Who's the head of the marketing team at the Army? Let's first look at him or her. Could be her. And get them, maybe demoted. I'm not going to say fired. I never call for anybody's job, usually. But it just seems like they didn't do a lot of in-depth, deep diving into seeing if The Rock was the right person to partner up with. And I think their logic was, we can't afford the NFL, which... This is my issue. Why does the Army have to ask its own country to promote for them? Wouldn't it be in the best interest of everybody here to promote for the country that keeps us, the military, the Army, the Marines, the Air Force, the Navy, National Guard? Wouldn't it be in their best interest to promote for them for free so they can continue to keep the country safe, which you're operating your business in? Because let's be honest, without the Army, other countries would destroy us. And they wouldn't think twice. You know what? I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to talk about this a little bit, and then we'll go on undirected perspective. So my thing is this. The Army is an instrumental point for our country. Listen, we're watching so many wars going on right now, actively, across the world. And there are some ruthless things happening to people. I mean, assassination attempts, drones, kids being deleted and destroyed. I mean, we just had one, the kids at the soccer field, not long ago, where they sent a drone, I believe, drone attack, missile attack. I don't know the exact difference between the two, but it destroyed a whole bunch of children just playing soccer in a field. And we're actually involved in proxy wars, as far as we're not directly in war, but we're aiding different countries that are in war. And people are getting demolished all throughout the world. And like, let's even go internally. We have so much. I mean, if I really wanted to, I could dedicate a channel just to all the evil things that are happening within America right now, as far as people just being taken out at a rapid rate. I mean, every time you look up, somebody is being deleted, destroyed, injured, harmed. And if you think for one moment that other countries are not salivating at the mouth, waiting for America to make a mistake so they can take over the country that's been basically untouchable for quite a long time now, we have to really be careful with the way that we're moving as a country, because this is a disgrace to see. I mean, it really is. Like this right here, having to pay The Rock just to advertise, just to take a couple pictures for it. You're giving them $11 million. That money should be going towards the recruits. This money you just paid this man that doesn't even need it, to the tune that he didn't even care about. He's getting $1 million a post, right? He didn't even care to do the other 3. He got the first 2 million from the first 2 posts and was like, I don't even care about the other 3. I'm so rich, the other 3 don't even matter. And what? Now we're just okay with this? We're going to continue to make all these dumb decisions? We're going to continue to keep paying the people that we're protecting to advertise for us, to get more enlistees in? Now, I'll say this. You got to pay the recruits more. Why are you paying this man more? Reach out directly to the people and offer them more money. And Army, Marines, Navy, National Guard, military in general, assure and put it in a contract that you are going to take care of the people that serve this country after they leave the Army. Because let's be honest, new recruits are usually going to be between the ages of 18 to 24. They're giving you the best parts of their lives and also putting their lives on the line. They're going out there knowing that they might not make it back home. The least you could do, with all the resources that we have, the millions of dollars you can give to The Rock to not even keep up his end of the deal. You're the Army. How you gonna let how does the strongest, and you call it the strongest in the world, although at this rate, we're not gonna have the strongest army in the world, but at one point we may still be now. I have no idea exactly. It's hard to tell. You gonna let The Rock just push you around? The Rock can sit here and swindle the entire U.S. Army? This is incredible to me. But anyways, my focus is more on the recruits and the people that are actually in the Army serving, not all this nonsense that they're promoting. So my thing is this. Pay the recruits more, assure them that they're going to be taken care of, because our veterans are out here on the streets right now. They're being treated poorly and terribly. And people that almost don't even add value into the world are being taken care of better than them. And it's just completely insane. And I can go so many different directions with this, but I want to keep this video under, I'd say, about 30 minutes, 32 minutes. So I'll just say this. let's make sure that we are taking care of our troops. And this is also for me, for you. We need to like really respect our military more. I mean, we really do. Like, they're the ones that are keeping us safe. Like, you don't want to know what it's like to have a war happen in this country. And let's be honest, like, the majority of the people in America are parasites and don't add any value to the country. And that's just the truth. You can take it how you want to take it. It's the truth. And it didn't always used to be like that. So when I'm telling you this, I'm not saying that because that's not how the country was built. Now, there's a lot of different controversies and different things that we can get into as far as the way that America did come about. But at this point, we're living here now, and we need to do the best we can to protect it at this point, because we don't want to be in a war. We don't. Okay, so we're going to go to undirected perspective, and we'll go dark. I'm going to wrap it up here. I told you that I had a solution for the Army. You paid The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, $11 million to lose negative 38 enlistees. He didn't bring in one person. You paid him 11. He didn't bring in one person to be within the Army through his advertising campaign. So what I'm going to tell you to do is, hey, Army, throw me a fraction of that 11 million. Let's go. Just give me 10% of that 11 you threw The Rock. So what's that, 1.1 mil? Give me 1.1 million. I will not only make up the 38 that you lost for The Rock, but I will also give you a multiple on top of what you thought The Rock would bring in by myself. Just me. You give me a 1.1 million, I will get you enlistees. Hell, throw me an extra million, I can guarantee you 3. Because I'll make my 3 sons. I'll make my 3 sons get in the Army. Matter of fact, for $1 million, I'll give you some time in the Army. I'll give you, just, look. Give me 2.1. Yeah. That'll be better than what you gave to Rock as far as what he produced. I'm guaranteeing you, I will get boots on the ground. Left, right, left. I will be in the city. And you know how I'll make sure that people enlist? You want to know how? I will give them some of my hard-earned money that you're going to pay me to enlist them to join. I will do it. Look, team, this is just crazy, man. This is crazy. I'm trying to have fun with this, but it's really not even a laughing matter, to be honest. This is actually extremely sad, and it's dangerous. So that's all I got for this one, team. I'm about to get out of here. Dotsale out. Yo, we're in really strange times right now, team. We really are. Are any of y'all thinking about joining the Army? Let me know in the comments. And would you advise any of your kids, family members, friends to join the Army? When's the last time you've even noticed the Army? I used to notice the Army a lot when I was a kid. It used to be like really cool. Like, I actually wanted to join the Army at different points in my life. But now the Army just doesn't have the same appeal. But I still respect it the same because I know how important it is. But yeah, I don't know. Till next time, team. Maybe we'll do a follow-up to this if y'all are really interested. Gotta go.